That's right, it's Thursday. Thursday, and you know what Thursday means? Deep dives in Deep Rock Galactic. How is it going, everyone? I'm your host, Get Good Fox, and this is Deep Rock Galactic's Deep Dive Plus Elite Deep Dive. We are about to be going in and trying to pull out as many of these matrix cores as we can, and by hopefully, I mean like hopefully all of them, not some of them. That'll be very, very exciting. Today, I am joined by Kevkus, a extremely experienced Deep Rock Galactic miner. How is it going, Kevkus?
That's going well. How's it going for you?
A little tiring today. Didn't get as much sleep as I wanted. That is probably my fault for staying up until about 7 a.m. However, a little bit of Mountain Dew and a little bit of caffeine ought to get me through a deep dive or two. That's what I'm hoping for.
Bottom things out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think of all the Easter decorations?
I like it, particularly the egg things.
Is
and also,
Easter
if you,
a thing in
if you
South
hit
America?
the zero gravity thing, everything like goes.
Oh yeah.
It's actually more interesting.
Do they celebrate Easter over there in South America?
Yeah, we do.
I could do this all day.
Easter with my family.
Oh, did you do do they have the tradition of the egg hunt there and everything?
Oh no, we don't do egg hunts, but we buy like chocolate eggs and just
Okay,
eat.
yeah.
Basically, just get together to eat.
Right, so it's Easter sans the egg hunt, but you know you got the chocolate eggs and everything else.
Yeah. I know about the egg hunts from like movies, series, and whatever, but we don't do that here.
Looks like you're popular. You got a message, Kevkus. Evie says, "Hi, Kevkus."
Hey, Evie. How's it going?
And speaking of the team, let's see who's here. Crimson Mirage Drake is first. Well, congratulations. Early gang is Nathaniel Day, Evie, Harry Narwhal, and Yankee. Welcome to the show, everybody. We'll be getting started we're going to try to get started sooner rather than later. I am going to hold a vote though. So let's see. Deep dive. What dwarf should I play? I'll put it in your hands. Should I be gunner? Should I be driller? Should I be engineer? Or should I be scout? I'll give you 1 minute. 1 minute to vote. I don't even know what the deep dives are this week. As usual, it is a blind run-in. What about you, Kev? Because do you know anything about these deep dives?
I haven't even checked, but I prefer to go in blind.
Okay, so we both are none the wiser. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna find out as we go. And that's kind of how I like it. I kind of like to, yeah, exactly. I mean, like there is something, isn't there something to it, like diving into like the unknown?
Oh, dandelions, nice touch.
Evie asks, "What is Kevkus gonna be?" I don't know. I don't know if he's decided on his character.
I'll decide based on what they decide, or if you want, you can put another poll and they can choose my
yeah, I can.
well.
I can do that.
Mind. Yeah, sure.
Looks like they voted Gunner for me. All right, let's see what should Kevkus play. New poll. What dwarf should Kevkus play? I will remove Gunner so that we're not duplicates. So it'll be Driller, Scout, or Engineer. Guys, that way we don't have like some kind of weird doubled up. I mean, not that it's not that doubling up is necessarily bad or anything either.
So what if I like really big guns?
Yeah, sometimes it's
what if
fun.
I like really big guns? Which weapon do I want to use? Well, one I'm definitely going to use the Burt. I like the burst pistol quite a bit. I don't know if I like any of my overclocks for the burst fire. What do I got here?
It's funny that nobody's voting for Driller.
No one's
What the
voting for
hell?
driller? Oh, you can vote too,
Yep.
though. Or I can
It's
vote.
fine. No,
I can
I
vote.
prefer to
I forgot I can vote. Oh, I
That's-
can't
that's
vote?
fine. I don't mind, honestly. Whatever they choose.
I kind of want to use the machine gun. Bullet hell? I kind of want to use the machine gun, even though I don't really feel like the machine gun is very good against bosses. I mean, if you can hit him in the weak point, I guess it is, but I tend to like weapons that... You know what? Wait, it's a regular deep dive. I'm gonna use the machine gun. And I'm gonna use Burning Hell, which is like the one I like.
Yeah, perhaps it's not the most
Yeah, it doesn't matter
optimized
that
build,
much.
but it's the more fun.
So it looks like they voted for Scout.
What? Scout it is?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the tactical lead burster, I think. How's everyone doing today, Yankee Ass? I'm doing all right. A little tired today. How are you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this down. Bring the chat up so I can see. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. We're going to be beginning with a nice little warm-up with the deep dive. Let's see what we got. Okay, here's the bet. Like, we already know we can win on the deep dive, so let's have a different kind of bet. Let's see, can we win in 1 hour? In less than 1 hour.
A regular deep dive?
Deep dive. Regular deep dive, 1 hour.
I think it's doable.
Okay, I give you 5 minutes. I think that 1 minute is a little generous, personally. But, you know, we'll see. Yeah, you basically, after the after the first deep dive, can we beat it in an hour? I think that an hour is pretty generous. Like, there is an achievement for 45 minutes, for example, but, you know, we'll start with an hour. All right, so the first deep dive is called Desperate Agony. Wow, it doesn't sound very fun. Planetary region, the fungus bogs. Well, the fungus bogs will probably slow us down a bit, so... Oh, and the text says, it was a paradise for fungus, but a green hell for dwarves.
We're going planet side.
Alright, so the beer is pots of gold. I don't care about pots
Leave
of
no
gold.
dwarf
Oh,
behind.
I see you brought the
I'm really
bouncy
looking
ball.
forward to be working with you guys.
Yeah, I like that. I like to see it bounce when it's lunch.
I don't know how to just kick it. I know how to grab it, but I don't know how to just kick it.
I think you just run into it.
Oh. Desperate Agony sounds like how I felt after all that sake. I don't know, it was more like, you know, like, desperately funny is what it was more like. Like, you were laughing your ass off.
Come on, throw some ball.
For us.
Car is still giving you problems, Yankee? Oh, man, that car is the worst. Alright, let's see what our first thing is. Extract Morkite. 225 Morkite and 2 eggs.
Awaiting completion. Make us proud, miners.
Alright, so why don't we get started with the gear interview today. So Kevkus, can you tell us a little bit about the equipment that you have brought on this deep dive?
Sure. So actually, let me check because I checked my previous one. So I have the rifle, the deep core rifle, with AI stability overclock. It reduces a bit of damage, but gives you 0 recoil, which I find very useful to deal with, especially with Macteras.
Right. I mean, if you're more accurate, you do increasing accuracy is a way to do more damage.
Yeah, and also it may sound dumb, but if you're accurate, you can actually
No,
like
the
deal
flares are
with
recharging.
swarmers, just like
Oh, just pick
Just
them up
like
one
going
after
like
the
that.
other.
Yeah, if you're quick and accurate, you can actually be efficient with the ammo dealing with that.
What do you think about that,
Uh,
Chad? He's just saying, like, man, if you just have good aim, you can just like kick ass. Like if you're not doing good, just get better aim. Need to get good.
I mean, instead of like having like holding a spread or burst, just be efficient with the ammo. I think it's a good answer for swarmers. Then the short, the sawed-off shotgun, which I find super useful for when stuff gets in my face, you know. The cryo grenades, because again it's one shot to basically anything that flies. It's hard to argue with that. And the flare guns,
Ready.
I mostly have I prioritize rate of fire, just to get, if I'm in a pinch, I can quickly deploy like decent illumination. And for perks, what did I get? Thorns, resuppliers. For resupplier and field medic are kind of locked perks for me right now. I rarely not have them in any.
Thorns is really handy for because it causes the swarmers, and I think the jellyfish also die if they touch you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're still going down, so, or they're still hurting you, so why not make the most out of it?
It's like if they're gonna bite you, why not bite them back, right?
Yeah. And in this particular build, I have what is it? Deep pockets.
Oh, so that you can pick up more ore, so you can.
Yeah, so basically, anytime I go to a mineral vein, I can get 60 out of anything, which is almost like a resupply in itself. Like,
Yeah, that's
not
like
exactly a
what,
resupply,
like 75% of a resupply with
Yeah.
80 for 80 nitra.
exactly.
Oh, there's a golden loot bar. I know we said we weren't gonna get any gold. If they're just gonna throw it.
Yeah, but that's free. That's
They're
free
just gonna
stuff.
throw it at us then. Alright, so that
So-
is Kevkis's gear for
Yeah.
the standard dive. You guys voted gunner for me, and I went ahead and decided to go with the machine gun or the minigun. And that's because, I don't know, there's just something very
Load up your
satisfying
guns and
with
sharpen
shooting a
your
machine
pickaxes.
gun.
We got an incoming
I
storm.
like it, rather. And the setup I'm going for it is a burning setup. Why a burning setup? I have the overclock. What's the overclock called? It is called Burning Hell. Why? I don't know. I just like setting things on fire. I think it's fun. What it does is, if I get close enough to them, I'll actually start to set them on fire, just like that. Which is not something that this machine gun would normally do. And then, one of the downsides to this overclock is that you overheat faster. So I've tried to counter that by making it where I kind of want to overheat. So whenever I overheat, I release a, basically like a shockwave of fire, and then the shockwave also causes the weapon to cool down quicker. So instead of being like, well, darn, my weapon overheated, it's kind of, I'd rather be shooting than not shooting, but you know, now at least it's not that bad. I also brought the Burt as my sidearm. I like the Burt because it has a little perk where if you hit someone with all 3 bullets, it stuns them. And that's really handy because, for example, it's really good against Glyphid Menaces, because the Glyphid Menace, they like to burrow and run away. Well, if I keep shooting them with the Burt, then they will get stunned, and they won't be able to run away. Also, if they get stunned, it means that they can't fire their attacks. You can also interrupt enemies, like if the Praetorian is like throwing up its acid on you, you can actually just shoot it in the face And if all 3 bullets hit in the face, then you can get a stun. And that'll stop him from belching his acid. It's pretty. It also does a good bit of damage. It's overall like a. No, it's not a very fancy weapon. Very no nonsense. It gets the job done. And then for my hand grenade, I think I brought the tactical lead burster. Just big damage, big damage hand grenade. I'll let you handle that, Coke, because I don't want to fire mine.
Yeah.
Where is that damn tin
I got this.
Evie asked, the gun that I'm using is so ornate. Is that from the supporter pack? It is specifically from the second supporter pack. Not the color scheme, though. The color scheme is actually an unlocked color scheme, but the gold on it is. Like, the gold that they added to it is definitely from the supporter pack.
Legally speaking, rocking is more legal than stoning. Eh?
Where are we going?
Lloyd is up.
Oh, there's
the other.
egg.
I get it.
Okay, while you're looking at the egg, I'm going to try to find the... Here's the compacted one.
Yeah.
We will be... I will be skipping the gold. Takes too much effort. Yes, I agree. I actually thought it was pretty nice. I thought that basically what I was doing with this color scheme was it actually comes with a DLC color scheme. It's all gold, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the all gold, but I accidentally put this on. Like this other color is actually a it was accidental. But when I put it on, I'm like, you know what it actually looks like? It looks like ivory and gold, or like alabaster and gold. Like, it looks like alabaster with like gold filigree, and like that actually looks really nice. The color itself is actually a very light green. It's supposed to be like mint colored, but I think it actually looks really good. I was surprised. First on chat from Wolfrod. Always nice to see more DRG streamers. Yes, I am here always on at least Thursday to do the deep dives, and then I make a deep dive strategy guide to show other people how to overcome the deep dives on Fridays on my YouTube channel. Oh god! Oh god!
Oh my bad, sorry. With all the leaves, I didn't see you going forward.
Let's just... What are these things
I
called?
forgot to say, I also have the hover boots.
Oh, yeah, it's the hover boots.
But, yeah, it's more like, it's probably not as efficient as having, like, Iron Will, but for regular deep dives.
Yeah, it's like...
And also, when you don't have an engineer, it kind of justifies itself sometimes.
Man, even on Hazard 3, so the first deep dive level is on Hazard 3. Those stupid acid spitting guys, they do a lot of damage,
Yeah,
even on
hate
Hazard
them.
3.
That's probably my least favorite Galactic in the game. That's so annoying.
They attack so aggressively.
There's
And they do like damage over time, so
Yes, absolutely. What are these things called? Explosive plant?
which ones?
Let me scan it. It's called a exploding plant. Not the most original of names. It gets the job done, though. I guess we're dwarves at the end of the day. Let's get some of this Morkite. We're about halfway done with the Morkite quota, and we have both of the eggs. Yes, black and gold is what this, the default color scheme for this is black and gold, is what I will say. Oh, hold on, you'll have to call it again because I'm going to deposit. Alright, I'm done. Go ahead and call her.
No worries.
If you've never done a deep dive before, they are probably the best way to obtain overclocks. And I think the standard deep dive is very doable. Obviously, if you're very new to the game, that could be different. But I don't think they're that big of a deal. And you're gonna get three matrix cores from it.
No flares ready.
Real. Oh, no, 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 you don't. No grabbing. Okay, this is the swarm they were talking about earlier.
Rock and stone, brother.
Okay. Okay, we got a brood nexus nearby. I mean, I didn't strictly bring the burst grenades to deal with the brood nexus. However, they are very good at dealing with them.
Yeah, let me freeze it and I'll just... We'll prevent the brutes.
Wing's almost over. Wipe out what's left.
A lot of glyphids for a swarm.
Lighting.
For a Hazard 3
Oh,
swarm.
there it is.
Where is it?
Here. Let me freeze it and that should be easier.
Firecracker!
I take it that cancels out the release of the
Exactly. The release of the other brutes once it explodes.
I guess that's
super-
similar to how you can if you freeze the bulk detonator, I believe it has a much smaller explosion.
Yeah.
Molly, come here!
The only
Let's
problem
do
is that you never want to freeze like a cross detonator.
Oh god,
Otherwise
yeah,
you
that
don't
would
get the
suck.
gold. But
I guess unless you don't care about the gold.
yeah, but it is something to keep in mind.
Light is up.
I think with those we should be okay.
Yeah, let me clean up this Morkite and we'll be good to go. Goodbye, you. Also, another thing I like about the heat is that the heat from the gun will also clean up webs, and it will clean up poison gas, because sources of fire will ignite webs and ignite poison
Got
gas.
all the Morkite needed.
Alright, well, we're good to go. I'm
Excellent
hitting the
team.
button.
Good work.
I'll
All
definitely need
objectives
an ammo
completed.
drop when we
Drop
get
pod
in.
can be called via the
Yeah,
fuel.
same here. We just got in all the
Dive chariot is on the
remaining
way. Clock is ticking.
minerals
Move
on
it,
the floor.
team.
Let me see. Yeah, there was no.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Yeah, there was no negative effect
Drop
for
pod
this one,
departing
which
in T-minus
is
5
fortunate
minutes.
for us. Let me see. What are you saying, champ? Up here? I got this.
We better hurry.
God damn it. Let me platform.
Like that. Rock and stone.
Oh yeah, I'm out of,
You're out of
Drop pod departing in
yeah, I'll have to
T-minus
just mine my
lanes.
way up.
yeah, I'll help you out.
Booyah!
This is what you wish you were a driller. Get your glyphid ass out of my face.
Players,
Alright, I'm up.
You know.
Where did it go next?
Did we take it the wrong turn?
dodge this!
I'm with you.
I think so.
It looks like it. Okay, it went to
Oh,
the
here.
left.
Here. There's a hole in the wall. Ah,
Mind your own business, Essence Spitter.
okay. And then up.
Oh yeah. Ludicrous speed.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Flares up.
The mule has been successfully retrieved. Make it snappy, team. The
Gosh
drop pod
darn
won't
it.
hang around forever.
All right. Why is the drop pod so far away?
The drop pod is
Gravy.
a workhorse. First.
All right, we're good to go.
13.
So that is one out of the way.
Diving.
Yeah, the fungus bug is definitely going to slow us down a little bit. I don't know if it's going to slow us down a lot of bit, but it's going to slow us down. All right, so there was lethal enemies. I honestly wasn't even paying attention to the rules of that one. So mission 2, refine the liquid morkite and collect 2 alien eggs. The effect is low gravity. That's gonna be helpful. Always love low gravity. All right, moving on to the next one. You hate not having AC? I mean, like, I have no choice but to crank the AC down right now because, like, it is already becoming Florida over here. It is really hot.
Anything with more legs than 2.
Sometimes I forget because my new AC that got installed is pretty nice, but good gravy. Like, when I go outside, I get, like, a face full of it.
Dive begins. You still have a long way to go, but finish your objectives. It'll send you deeper
Okay,
into the
well,
heart
good
of
news.
the
Here is the first of the,
Pump jack launched. Stay clear from the impact zone.
Loot bug looted.
where is the refiner? I'm going to call it ammo in by the refiner because I'm already running low on ammo. Alright, I'm calling an ammo in here. Oh god, there's a spitball infected.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Wait, what am I doing? I can just use
the
the...
area. I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
Taste the
The resupply is here. Ammo taken.
Up.
Bug open.
Here is the second of the liquid morkite wells.
Need a pump jack here.
Request accepted. Stand clear. Pump jack inbound.
Alright, got nitro. Let me go and grab some of this stuff.
Connect the pipelines to the pump jack and let's get the extraction started. Boy, bag is
Up. Man, the extra jumping is so nice. Oh, I'm gonna abuse it. Give me it. Up. Oh, come on, game. There we go.
bag's full. Can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
I mean, so far, this deep dive seems pretty calm. I mean, normally the deep dive isn't too bad, but...
In missions like this, when you don't have
I'm
mule,
wondering if fighting bugs
being able to
in
carry
moving dirt
like
is the best
60
way
of
to make
each
a
mineral
living.
each trip is actually super comfortable.
Especially as a scout. Oh my god. Like, if there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to collect on the ground and you're a scout, like, that is pretty crazy. I found one of the eggs over here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it.
Sure. I'm just collecting the stuff that's on the floor.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No
we're
sweat.
not mining gold or anything. It's like free minerals.
I like how I'm
Wow.
saying no sweat. And yet, like, what's the weather like over there? Is it hot over there?
It's getting a bit chillier.
Getting chillier. Wow.
Yeah, which I like because I hate summer.
So do I.
like warm weather.
People are always like, why do you live here if you hate the heat? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, this is just where I live.
Flares are recharging.
Yeah.
A storm. We might get a storm. Oh, you know, a storm would be nice. My grass is like getting destroyed by the heat, so a little bit of wet, a little bit of like rain will definitely do some good.
Yeah, there.
There.
Okay.
Okay, here's the last of the
Let
mortar
there be
wells.
joy.
Loot bug eliminated.
Send a pump jack, please.
Pump jack requested and is inbound.
Zip line
Looking
ready.
good.
Reloaded.
Oh God, what?
Oh my
Let's get
god,
the
that
pump jack
timing.
connected and pumping.
I cannot believe that just happened.
I owe you
It's okay,
one,
I got
brother.
you. That timing.
I was like, what disconnected me? And like something disconnected
Perfect
me from the cable, and then I got squished by the damn pump jack. I did not even consider the aim on it. I did not even think about that.
In case people thought this was scripted, there's your answer. It's not.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about like the like.
Honestly, I
oh,
wasn't thinking about it either.
the trajectory of the like the pump jack incoming versus like the angle of my
Seaplane.
wire, and then the speed at which I'm going on it so that I would be perfectly hit by it.
Oh, this one will probably go that way. This.
Get Cthulhu out of my face. Of all the neutral animals, I hate Cthulhu the most.
Yeah, honestly, I used to not mind them as much, but now I just kill them because they are annoying.
Flares recharging.
They just like, I don't know why, but they're so good at just getting in the way.
I know, right? I thought I was the only one who
This goes here.
complained about that, but yeah, just go away.
I love it when you're just in the middle of the fight and they're just like, I'm just coming through. Don't
I'm
mind
just
me.
harvesting
just-
minerals.
Yeah, I'm just sifting things, just doing my thing. Or when you're trying to like lay down a pipe, they're just like, oh, what, are you trying to lay a pipe there? You know, oh, it'd be a real shame if I just.
Yeah, or you're right on
I'll
the
be
surfing the
breathing
pipes and
pipes
then they
tonight.
just stop you.
Yeah, it's like they're just so annoying. All right, this one's connected. Good to go.
You got the last one?
No, there should be one more to go. Yeah, I think you got one of them. I just connected this one.
I connected two.
Okay, yeah, then we're good to go.
I'm off.
An oppressor. Interesting.
Rusty. That's just Peter.
He's toast. Okay, I am. I'll start building them if you want to grab the egg.
Sure.
I keep forgetting that you're the scout. I can like not do as much work. Nope. Look at this. Get out of my face.
Got it.
What, is this the one? Okay, this one's gonna trigger the swarm. All right, so line number 1 is done.
Pump jack connected to refinery.
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another ammo.
All eggs collected. Objective completed.
Yeah,
Doing
it's in
well.
here.
That'll refill, and that'll give me my back as well. Okay, I'll move on to pump to line number 3.
Grabbing ammo.
Leave me alone, bugs. Men at work here. Dwarves at work.
Put up a few pipes, they said.
It'll be easy, they said. An acid spitter, of course. No, leave me alone, bugs. 2 of them. Wow, they're really coming after me. I mean, I do have a machine gun to deal with it, but still.
Shields ready again.
It seems like the last 2 weeks have been like really big on sabotage. Like there's been a lot of industrial sabotage in the deep dive. So I'm hoping we're exiting the industrial sabotage trend.
Yeah, every once in a while it's nice, but if you get it too often, it's like, okay, I get it. It's enough.
Yeah, it's like I kind of feel like I feel like the deep dives almost kind of go in trends, where like they don't feel completely random. Like there's ones where it's just like nothing but bosses. Then another one it's like nothing but eggs. And I'm like, there's no way this is random.
Yeah, I think they did for example, the Easter event was mostly eggs, which makes sense.
Brace yourselves. There's a big group of incoming enemies. The pumps are working as fast as they can. Keep it up.
Cold shoulder for you.
Liquid morkite is being extracted. Pump sequence at 25%.
Hopefully we only have 2 breakdowns. Okay, so we have pump. Which pump is this? I'm on pump 3.
I think I'm in 2.
Oh, there was only 1 damaged line on that one.
But other pipelines are still malfunctioning. Pipeline functional again. However,
okay, here's pipeline 1. Oh, this one has 2. It's kind of weird how morkite can come in a crystallized form or a liquid form. I'm like, what even is morkite? What does deeprock Galactic use morkite? Apparently, it has been asked, but Ghost Ship Game says it's a corporate secret. Hand grenade out. Let's see if I can get some of these bugs. Not as good in open spaces. Leadburster's really good in enclosed spaces, though. Love the low gravity. Makes it feel like I'm playing Halo. 1 and 2 need repairs. I am on pump line 2.
I'm at 1.
I love how I can just ride the lines here. The lines that the dwarves talk about, they're like, whoa, we should get these in the space rig. Do you think they're ever going to add, do you think they're ever going to add these, like, rideable pipes in the space rig?
You're doing fine.
I think it could be interesting if at some point they added, like, let's say, like, an additional either two things, either an additional like building the space platform, which you can go for with like
Completed. All the liquid
you know
water
those
has been
travel
refined.
tubes that they had in
Loaded and awaiting
Futurama?
your go. Press
Hit the
launch
button real
when you're
fast.
ready.
So you think they should expand the space rig and make it bigger?
Yeah, or perhaps they could just add those as means to quickly move between the different parts of the space rig. But I don't think it's that big that you need to justify doing that. But if they
Yeah, I
added
mean, it is
another
just a
one-
thing for fun, you know. I don't think it's probably not as essential as, you know, other things. I agree, though. I do think that, like, it would be a funny little reference into the game.
Be gone!
There we go.
Press her down!
Well, this was pretty smooth. I think part of the reason why this refinement was easy is because the map itself is rather small.
Yeah. Sure.
Normally, I wouldn't be wasting my ammo like this, but we've got plenty of ammo, and I
you got a
hunger for
lot.
violence.
Yeah, we have 500 for the last mission alone, so that's like not even needing to
Watch
use
me go!
red sugar to heal. You can just heal with supplies.
Yeah. Always a good situation to be in. Oh, I'm just gonna make it with the gravity.
Let's bring it home!
Okay, this one was pretty clean. Once again, I would say the map was really small, so like a small map makes Morkite refinement pretty easy. Also, it was there wasn't like normally I like to have a driller in Morkite refinement, but honestly, I didn't think any of these were that bad. I got the overclock firing mechanism for the Scouts GK, and let me go ahead and take a picture here, and then let me make sure my screenshot goes through. Sometimes my screenshot is ugly. Let's load it up. Looks good to me. Alright, so the final stage of the deep dive is going to be collecting 7 quarks and 150 Morkite, but there's low oxygen. That's going to be a little annoying, but we have so much nitro, we could just space them around a bit.
Yeah, true. I hate low oxygen missions.
It really annoys me on missions where you don't have the,
I don't mind them as a scout, but in general, they
Get me!
like when you don't have the mule, I find them really annoying.
yeah. But you're right, we can just spam resupplies and
Nice!
do that.
Third and final stage of the deep dive commencing. Standard drill team. Stay focused, work together, and you'll pull through. Let's get this thing wrapped up nice.
No, first I need to clear some of these enemies out, apparently.
I'm doing my part. I was born ready.
Okay, so, whoa, do we have low gravity still? What, something just, okay, no we don't. Somebody just ejected me way into the
Right.
air.
Better than life.
Alright, I'm just gonna start firing some of
I've got a
these out.
zip line ready here.
Yeah, sure.
We've got no ammo left.
I don't know if they're gonna go anywhere relevant, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also just gonna start calling in some ammo pods, just kind of in
Yeah.
various places.
For them wherever.
Like, I think right here looks like a good spot for an ammo pod.
I ordered a resupply.
I got 3
Supplies are on the way.
quarks right here.
Players, not ready
I'm
yet.
making one.
So remember when you're doing a low oxygen mission, the ammo pods give you oxygen.
The resupply is here.
Let me go ahead and take a bit of ammo, because one, I need it, and 2, I'm going to need more.
Getting supplied. Much better.
Reloading.
Grabbing
Yeah, I'm
it.
gonna take 2 as well.
And even if you take all of the ammo packs, it still gives oxygen. Oh, there's 4 of them here. There's 5 of them. Oh, there's a lot of quarks in this one place.
And there's Morkite here, which I'll have to figure out how to get. Let's see.
Okay, where is the quark? There it is.
Do you have zip lines? Could you put one to that? Because
Yeah.
finding a hole on the wall is kind of annoying for that one.
Zip line ready.
Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna continue grabbing these. Also,
Sure.
there's 2 big groups of Morkite here as well. Love to see it. There we go. Wait, one little bit right there. That's 57 Morkite, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna start ferrying some of these back because I do need to dump this stuff out. That's gonna take us up to 57 Morkite, looking nice. And I still know where another big patch of Morkite is.
I have another 60 here.
I think I'll grab this nitro, because why not? Oxygen. You know, like, for as annoying as low oxygen is, I kind of wish that it was worth a bit more on the hazard rating. I think you only get, like... Oh god, I set myself on fire with that one. Anyways, as I was saying, I think you only get, like, 15% hazard pay on it. I don't think it matters on the deep dive,
Combat
but...
positions. The swarm is here.
Yeah. We have all the Morkite, by the way.
Okay.
Objective completed. Morkite quota met.
I am bringing another one of these in. Okay, I'm gonna throw the quarks down.
Yeah, sure. I'll go do them.
Stop them dead. Flares ain't ready. Damn it.
One thing I do like about weapons that overheat is that I can, while they're overheating, I am able to just switch to another weapon, and they continue to cool down. And that means I never have to stop shooting.
Loaded.
Looks like they're running out of bodies. I'm going to continue on and grab another quark. There's one over here, so with the one you've got, that's probably
Yeah, I'm working on that one.
gonna be enough.
Yeah.
Where are you, a quark? Got it. Okay, so you got one, I got one. That should be enough.
Feel much better now.
Throwing it down.
Take off. Enemy super eliminated.
Supply pod launched. Better stand back.
Okay, I'm gonna dump it in and I'm gonna hit the
I
button.
think we're actually doing all right so far.
Well done. All objectives completed.
That was really
Get the
clean.
launch
This is a
controls and
really
return to
clean deep
Minehead,
dive.
and we will send in the drop pod.
Ready to kill some more crates.
Minehead returning. Escape can inbound. Expect heavy resistance until we can pick you up.
Not that I'm gonna complain.
Getting more ammo.
You got rain over there, Jennifer? Just that means we're gonna get rain. Hopefully, every time it rains, I am a little worried about my internet dropping. Because, like, that is a thing. I like how we both threw our grenade there at the same time.
You're a stain on
We thought the
floor.
same thing, like, oh, that's a lot of enemies. All in one spot.
Have to wait for there we go.
Stubborn Praetorian.
What's in line?
Setting myself on fire. Always nice.
You can tell that one gets used to the regular deep dives, particularly as a gunner, when you realize, because I haven't checked, but I don't think you've used your shield in any of the missions, right?
I got jumped by 2 Praetorians during a repair, and I
okay,
used
okay.
one there.
Yeah, but other than that, like, there's really not much of a need.
No.
That much protection.
I tend to use it, like, offensively in the sense that I want to keep shooting, and I want you guys to stop attacking me while I kill you.
In the deep dives, yeah, I can see it. Like, there are situations you need to actually meet them.
The ride home is on the way. Drop pod inbound.
Where is it gonna land? Over there.
Getting some noise.
Oh, I see it. I see the landing spot. The landing spot is right next to the other ammo crate. Awesome.
Ready to kill some more prey.
Drop pod has landed and is ready for takeoff. Drop
All right,
pod
I am in.
departing T-minus 3 minutes.
That is one clean deep dive done.
Retrieving
Rock and stone. All right, let's see how we did. Copper patinate weapon skin set. Bet that one's expensive. Let's see how the time looks. We got it in 42 minutes, so that would be for the achievement if we were actually, like, you know. I already have that achievement, but that is pretty good. So the, yeah, like, that was an easy one, though. Like, you know, I'm not gonna, like, brag about, whoa, man, look how fast we got it. It's, you know. I also think we got a little fortunate by how easy some of the maps were really, really small. Wait, did you bet in favor of me, Evie? That's uncommon. That's uncommon.
We fight for rock and stone.
That's uncommon. Okay, so we are going to move right on into the Elite Deep Dive. Let's see what we've got here. Elite Deep Dive, codename Rotten Elevation.
Rocky Mountains.
The region
Vermont
is the
and
crystalline
Mike
caverns. These wondrous crystals the wondrous crystal. Wait, that's not correct grammar. These wondrous crystals are a sight that not is a sight to behold.
Yeah.
Here's how the difference, chat. You use is for a singular subject, and you use are for a plural subject.
There's an egg here.
So it should say, these wondrous crystals are a sight to behold, but any story of their value... Wait, any stories of their value, once again, are not but a tall... They did it twice. They said, but any stories of their value is not, but it should say are. Once again, you use are for plural, and you use is for singular.
Come on, Ghost Ship Games. Get it together.
All right, drink up and get on board.
Yeah, it's
Deep
like, I
dive
guess we're
commencing.
dwarves, like, we're not educated.
Are we keeping the same classes?
Ooh, Rocky Mountain's pretty nice. No, I'm probably gonna change characters.
Do you want to switch to the other two that we didn't use?
I'm probably gonna go, engineer's been my go-to for,
Okay.
Cut him off. Cut him down. That's the way.
I'll go with Driller just to switch things up a bit. Because I like this
okay,
build.
So I'm going to be using engineer. Let me make sure all my things are vampirism, second wind, born ready, dash, iron will, the smart rifle. I haven't really been using Plascrete Cat. I always keep Plascrete Catalyst for a just-in-case situation, but I never use it, is the problem. I never use it.
Same here.
I always have it just... Okay, I'm going to switch to efficiency tweaks. Now it's going to be like, oh, if only you had the Plascrete Catalyst. That's what's going to happen. Okay, let's see how we... Okay, I'll put up another bet. Let's see. Our last deep dive, we did it in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So here we go. EDD time trials. 1 hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour.
Come on, guys. We're leaving.
Okay, you guys are going to get 5 minutes to place your wagers. So here it was. Last time we did the Elite Deep Dive, we succeeded in 1 hour and 20 minutes. The wager is going to be on whether you think we can beat it this next deep dive, this Elite Deep Dive, I'm sorry, in 1 hour and 20 minutes. The total runtime at the end of the thing. Yeah, looks good. All right, let's do it.
Let's get this mission rolling.
I found 2 more dwarves. One looks like Vara, and the other one.
Oh yeah,
like
I see you got a
fancy ball.
Stop it now.
You got Barry over there. Barry the Barrel.
Barry.
First on chat from a Sinlink. He says, "There are them crystals there." I'm gonna really be sad if there are them crystals be electrocuting my balls. That's something I do not like about the crystalline caverns, are all of the electrocuting crystals.
Come on, you fat lord. Are we elves or dwarves?
Barry the Bearable and Billy the Ball.
Check your gear and let's go.
Minus,
I'm just gonna put my turrets here just in case.
Hoxxes await you. Work hard, stay focused, and keep an eye on your objective.
Whoa, my gosh.
This thing.
I almost...
God damn. Yeah, same here.
I almost just, like, sprinted off the cliff. That would have been a rough start.
Yep.
Took out a loot bug.
Okay, all of it's falling down. How did you get down? Did you just drop?
I just jumped onto the crystals.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you drilled a tunnel
Flares are
down.
recharging.
I don't know. Yeah. There we go.
Sentry gun needs assembly. Ready
I don't
to
know if
shoot.
I could play engineer without the rapid building turrets. I really love the quick deploy turrets.
Let's have a look-see, shall we?
You don't think that's what they mean by deep dive? Well, it was about to be what they meant.
Oh, don't shoot me, you bloated.
Okay, let's get some
fat
crystals
control.
overwatching us.
Born ready.
Oh my god, is that the full speed Subata?
Yeah. Then is the mini semi-automatic rifle thing.
That thing does not play games with its
why
like
not?
when they said it's fully automatic, I thought they meant it'll just be kind of like the maximum pistol speed. They did not mean that.
I spy with my little eye.
I ask the questions around here.
I asked the questions around here. Wow.
They have some more kite here.
Those are some puns right there.
Don't got room for more.
Heading
Born
to the mill.
ready.
There's some more
More
kite here.
found.
I never finished my guide the same day.
Discover a new
Damn
mineral.
flares could need an
Think we
upgrade.
get
Platforms placed.
Where the hell do I need to?
I was born ready.
I don't. Were there negative effects? No, there's no. Okay, I didn't even look at the objective. We got to get a black box. A good thing I'm a defensive-minded character.
And the next combatant dirt is up here, so when we need to move, we need to go up again.
Reloading.
Oh my god, having the I mean, it's not gonna matter as much for you, but for me, having that rocky mountain is gonna be great.
Yeah. That's actually probably one of the most useful gears for a deep dive.
I love it so much. It's like, yeah, it might not improve your combat capability, but
Come here.
I mean, in some ways it does improve your combat capability, considering that you're going to complete the missions quicker, which means you don't get as many waves.
Exactly.
Alright, so with my Morkai going in, we're up to 80 out of 250.
Bam! Sorry, little bud. Your own fault for being full of...
Let me get all these.
I feel like we're getting a lot of scraps, bits and pieces from stuff.
Yep.
I'm just staggering in the dark right now because I don't have any flares. I mean, I get it, that the darkness is a mechanic in the game, but damn it, I wish my flare gun charged faster.
Platform up.
Where is that?
Weapon ready.
Okay, we can deposit at number 1.
Flares.
Okay, I feel
Excellent
like...
blip heading your way, team.
Okay,
Get ready.
I am going to call the turrets over here.
Cool. Yeah, we can hold here,
Look at
and
me.
then we'll
On
go
your
up.
master. Ready to be built. Reloading. Sentry done. Go get him, boy.
Swarm! I repeat, swarm!
Swarmlings, oh, that's the worst thing. We are so good against swarmlings.
Pesticide coming up.
We are like super optimized against swarmlings.
Reloading.
Oh my god, a bulk detonator.
Detonator ladder. Move away. It's a frickin' killer.
I'm gonna throw a lure out
Damn this.
so that we can concentrate our attacks on the detonator. Also, we have a, the other thing. The other big, the not as big guy,
Oppressor.
Okay, he's down. Pretty early in the deep dive to get a detonator.
True.
No sweat, though.
Those
No
are
sweat.
scripted or not.
Reloading.
One thing I really like about this shard diffractor is the slowdown that you get on it with the upgrade.
Well done, team.
Alien. Stop. Reloading.
This is a long way.
Yep.
Contact.
I think we can move.
Reloading.
Okay. This way, yeah, this is the compacted dirt here.
One sentry gun ready to be
Looks
filled.
like you found some friends in there.
It's armed and ready.
I called for Molly.
Do they have explosives? Okay, volatile guts, that's what it is. Okay, one thing to know about volatile guts is that it does still hurt you. Doesn't hurt you too bad, but it does hurt you and it can chunk away at you. So I should probably try to avoid melee.
Come here.
Well, at least that's when one person helps a bit.
I was born
At
ready.
least
That's
you get
true, that's true.
some.
I need a
Some
damn
health
mine
back.
caught on legs. Where is it? Preserve your bullets.
So
Get
Kevkis,
the monster.
what kind of equipment are you bringing to this elite deep dive?
Well, this build. Oh, wait.
Ooh, good call.
I knew I heard something.
Good call, good
I
call.
took out the cave leech.
Like what you see, and loaded.
This build is mostly focused on making the most from vampirism.
Oh, so you have a your build is focused on the usage of vampirism?
Yeah, I have another one which is even more focused on that, which uses a cryo gun, but like
Why am I
I can
stuck?
get some. Ah, damn it!
Party one down.
I can get. I can trigger vampirism with the axes, with the drills,
Depositing mineral.
with melee.
What is
So-
the difference between rock and stone?
I don't know.
Just
I
take
think
your
it's
sweet
a
time,
neat
old
little
lady.
thing to get some
Wi-Fi
health
all
back.
day.
The axes, in particular, with vampirism, have saved me a couple of times.
What did you do to your flamethrower so that people are
Sometimes
running
I
on
need
your?
help.
Because like
Yeah,
if you don't
yeah.
know, Kevkis has like basically all the things unlocked. So you know what are
Yeah,
you running on
I
your
have
flamethrower?
The sticky additive, longer sticky flame duration, and small damage boost. So
Oh, I
basically,
know
it just
that.
does the same that it's supposed to do, just a bit better. It has no. It's a clean overclock, so it has no. Man, this is a long way down.
Yeah, I noticed.
I made a platform.
Has no negative.
Oh, I didn't mean to
effects.
fall that far.
You have some
Sugar
sugar
will
here.
make you feel better.
Platform.
Make clear a bit here.
So are you trying to make use of the flames on the ground to burn people?
I mostly use it to hold. To help out. Let's say, for example, we need to do a black box, which in this case we actually do need to do one.
We do conveniently need to do it.
Donkey, come
So
here.
if you're holding one edge and I'm holding the other one side of the black box, I can just throw stickies like this, for example. Let's say I do this, it helps a bit on the other
Right,
side.
right, 'cause it can burn them as they approach.
Manage that side that much.
I got the deposit.
It helps a lot with helping your partners with swarmers.
It looks like
And
you're also
then-
using the Subata.
Yeah, I don't particularly like the majority of Reeler's secondary weapons. This one is, let's say, my least
Unnecessary
favorite.
Morkite collected.
It's the one I tolerate the
Completed.
most.
It's the best of the worst.
Exactly.
Platform.
I mean, it's still, and I like the semi-automatic or fully. I don't know how they define it. Automatic
Born ready.
fire, because you're gonna still like one tap. You can still use it like you regularly do. So, oh, the black box is here. Okay.
Good to
Where's
know.
the thing?
Might want to call an ammo in for it.
Wait. There. Got it.
Thank you.
See, just throw a bit of that.
Bam.
Yeah, I'll clear a bit of the crystals around the.
Okay,
Around
I'm
the
gonna
black
call
box.
an ammo in next to the
Yeah.
repair
No
thing,
flares ready.
or next to the
Yeah,
objective.
just go.
I ordered a
So
resupply.
need to
Nitro has
clear
been
here.
withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
How goes the deep dive? Asked Okanzoni. We just finished the standard deep dive, and we are in the elite deep dive right
I
now.
like the sound of that. Resupply arrived. Go resupply.
Attention! Got a swarm on the way. Repeat, swarm.
Sentry gun needs assembling.
You know what?
Sentry off.
It's
I was born ready.
better.
Well, looks like we'll have to deal with the swarm as well. So here is my equipment. I am using the smart rifle, which has become a. I have come to like this weapon quite a bit. I am using the overclock. I think they're called seeker rounds. As you can see, the seeker rounds are just ripping that oppressor up. Damage is quite nice on it. What it does is it makes the weapon very close to 100% accurate. There are very few situations where the Seeker rifle will miss, and most of the time, if the Seeker rifle would miss, or the Seeker rounds would miss, it simply won't shoot the bullet. So the ammunition is very, very efficient. It is a balanced overclock, so it does have some penalties, and the penalty comes in the form of it is a slower rate of fire and a longer reload cycle. So basically, you're extremely ammo efficient and very high damage against a lot of boss enemies, but with the disadvantage that, you don't shoot as quickly, and it will take longer to reload. It is not really, I found that the penalties have not really held me back, though, so like, I am happy to have the incredible efficiency that the weapon brings. My secondary weapon is the Shard Diffractor, and what overclock am I running? I think I'm running a clean overclock. Yeah, efficiency tweaks. Just a simple buff to it, better cooling, better battery power. I haven't found like a super big overclock for the Shard Diffractor that I really like, so I'm just running this one as, just like some kind of an improvement to it. But the main reason I use the Shard Diffractor is because it's super, super accurate, and it's great for sniping out like high priority targets. Like, it's maximum range, perfectly accurate. I have an upgrade on it that causes enemies to be slowed down, combined with the fact that it also sets people on fire. It's just a really good way to deal with the bosses.
It also pairs nicely with Reeler's goo that catches on fire. You just spray a bit of the diffractor on the thing, and it just catches on fire instantly.
Yes, it's very handy to have like a good source of fire in general, because there's many synergies where you need to have.
Yeah, that gun is actually very solid overall.
The grenade I'm just using the lure. I use the lure as typically as a panic grenade, just like, oh god, the enemies are everywhere, so I throw out a lure. I will sometimes also use them for the purpose of creating kill zones, though. Like, I need to reload soon, so I'm just gonna throw a lure here as a just so I'm using my grenades.
Lean as a whistle.
Like right now, I have a good kill zone because of my turrets.
The C4 charges that I have use the upgrade that makes them stun creatures. So it's if you're pinned or need to escape, it gives you some room, some breathing room, move around. Just throw it, stun everything, and just keep going.
Lock and load it. Time for a
Alright, I'm throwing a second grenade and then I'm gonna reload. That might be oh god, another bullet. Let me just slow him down. Hopefully we can delay him long enough to get the objective completed.
Yeah, just keep delaying it.
Okay, now we're free to move. So once again, that was a great example of why I like the Shard Diffractor, where basically, as long as I'm shooting him with the beam slows down his movement, and so we were able to hold him back from
I'm taking some of the ammo.
To complete the black box.
Yes, we were able to hold him back from like attacking us so that we could get that black box done, which is quite nice. Alright, I think we're done, unless I don't think there's any more nitro remaining here.
Nope.
Go ahead and slap that button. I think you're closer to it than me.
Yep.
Well done. Deep dive transport.
One thing that I learned that's handy is in between the deep dive, all of your special equipment, I'll call it, gets reloaded. So for me, my platform gun gets reloaded automatically for free, but also my turrets do. Like all of my turret bullets get reloaded for free.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Looks clean to me.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
What is it waiting for?
You want me to drill to it? Or...
It's up to you.
Let's keep going like this. And,
I mean, if we get stuck, we can start drilling if we get stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, looks like the rain has finally arrived, so I'm... you know...
Yeah.
This part,
Gotta
I
wait
think we
for the
can platform.
recharge. Let's head for the drop. Never felt better.
Oop, fell down.
Yeah, I fell down as well. Let's just drill into it through here.
Sounds good to me. I'm throwing the lure down
Here's
where you
something for you
started.
to play with.
Let me see if I have a direct line. Yeah. Need to go up quite a bit. What? I can aim for the platform.
Clock departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
So my job will be to hold the Glyphids back while they are trying to get us. This is actually where their explosive guts are really going to play against them because... explosive guts being, they're so packed together in this tunnel, basically.
Should have left my nose on the bloody spice rig.
I think I'll throw a lure to hold them back. This also would have been a great time to have,
Start. Give
the proximity mines would have been nice as well.
Lead, whistle.
Purrs like a kid.
Guys, we gotta roll.
Good team effort. The deep dive is progressing smoothly.
Driller looks like he might pay off in this one. Burnsta, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Okay, another matrix core down. Oh, great, it's a haunted cave, my favorite thing. And we gotta kill a dreadnought in a haunted cave, even better. Wow.
Annoying.
Haunted cave. Oh boy, I want to get a screen. I'll try to get a screenshot of the haunted, like, cave dude. Because, like, I try to think of a screenshot for the deep dive guide, and I want to take a screenshot of, you know, whatever is the, like, coolest looking thing or the most impactful thing, and I think one of these guys would definitely fit the bill. How do I turn off my HUD?
Remember, leave no one behind.
Minus, you're doing well
Yep.
so far.
Oh, we're under attack already. I'm going to deploy my turrets,
Stage of the deep dive.
and I'm going to throw a
Be
lure.
careful with leeches, because I just killed one. Maybe more.
I'm going to stay inside the drop pod for now.
We've got a grabber here.
Is that a detonator? Sounds like a detonator.
No. It's the ghost.
Oh, it's the ghost.
Oh.
Yes, it's the ghost. That's right. I'm calling an ammo pod in.
Sure.
That was a high-risk screenshot, but I got it. I am trapped with this stupid ghost.
I made a platform. No flares ready.
Did I ever mention that I hate the ghost?
Let's keep moving and then we'll come back for that. Yeah.
Looks clean to me.
For those minerals.
Okay, I'm gonna grab these,
If you can, grab those,
grab some nitra.
that nitra,
full.
grab it
Where's
because the thing
Molly?
is following us, so I'm okay with that.
Platform ready to use.
Okay, I hear his voice. That means he might be coming towards me.
Yeah,
When
he's-
ready.
He's next to me. He's
Okay.
like here with me.
People are not gonna be happy to see a haunted cave guy.
Okay.
Platform up.
Oh, he's turning towards me. Get away from me!
I lost track of it, yeah.
Not ready. Flares recharging.
Uh-oh. I gotta dig through this. Which way do I dig? Up. Left. Okay, I think it's leaving me alone.
Feel my wrath.
We're getting like separated by the stupid thing, which is not good.
Yeah.
Dance with this.
Particularly when there's a Moxera grabber that doesn't seem to want to attack me, and I want it to attack me. I keep pinging it so I can keep track of it. There we go. It's going for you.
The cave armor?
No, the Moxera
Oh, got
grabber
it, got me.
that I pinged.
That thing swooped in a hurry.
Don't worry.
And my turrets are out of ammo, of course.
Let me see if I can get to you, and if not, it will just grab you. I think I can.
I'm afraid of heights.
I wish there was like a limited amount of time that he could carry you. Okay, he just let me go. I'm just gonna kill this thing real fast. Get out of here.
Okay. This cave is a bit annoying to work.
Gotta wait for the recharge.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can go.
Okay, I think he's back after me. I'm gonna mark him.
Don't get too close.
I don't think you can.
I
think it
foresee
doesn't
a
allow
lot
you
of
to mark
shooting
it.
in your
Oh.
future.
Did they take that feature away?
Okay. I think you never could. I drilled the hole here, so we can go up and down through here.
Man, there's so much nitro here, but the horror is like fending us off.
Yep. Okay, let's see if you...
Okay, I'm gonna try to
The
snag an
problem is
ammo.
that...
Ready to kill
Yeah.
some more creeps.
The problem is that if it follows me now, it might trigger the egg, which I don't particularly like. The egg is like right here.
Is he still following you? I'm grabbing some of the
Time
nitro
for
here.
the party.
I don't think it is.
Nope, he's on me now. I was able to
Look
grab
at
about
me.
40 nitro
I'm
from
your
him.
master.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab the rest. If I can.
Another one? Are you joking?
Yeah, I see it.
And a tri-jaw. He's still on me.
Flares are recharging.
Okay, I'm grabbing the nitro.
Wait, I think he's spinning around. He's pretty close to you. Watch it.
I was born ready.
Look! Oppressor here! Take out the Matera grabber!
Man, this is a real bugger of a level.
Die, creep.
Right, one less problem.
We are free from the oppressor.
Another problem.
I need the
Oh.
mule right here.
Okay, he's pretty far from you right now. Not super far, but
Yeah.
he is far-ish
Like
from
what
you.
you
I'm gonna
see,
get
yeah?
all that nitro left. And we can move on.
Platform's place.
Okay, he's swinging around our direction.
Glad I
Done
ain't
with-
the one to
done with the
sort this
nitro.
stuff later.
We got the
Let me see
nitro.
if I can
Nice, nice.
open this compactor here,
Flares recharging.
so we can move a bit better.
I know there's
There we
an
go.
egg that's somewhat nearby.
Yeah, it's the right when you exit the other compactor.
This might not be the worst place to fight the dreadnought either. I mean, we can kind of run in circles around this ring.
Yeah, yeah. The other part below, it's a bit more annoying. You don't have as many exits to go up, which I can solve, but
Okay, I found one of the eggs right here. Do you want me to grab this egg?
Yeah, sure. And it's not gonna be a much better time, so let's grab it.
Grabbing
I don't want him to cut me off. Who's he going for? Okay, he's going for you. Okay, I'm grabbing the egg. Got it.
Scanner's got a blip the size of a drop pod. Brace for swarm, team.
Okay.
Born ready.
One sentry gun ready to be built. Ready to shoot.
The swarm is upon you.
Oh god, he's on me. I didn't realize it. Fortunately, I did survive his attack.
No flares ready.
I got the Fox.
Okay, with this little bridge I made, we can kind of run in circles, which is nice.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, honestly, for missions like this, Driller and an engineer are super useful. They can like.
Okay, I gotta go in the other direction. The guy is cutting me off.
Worst case scenario, just go down. Sorry. Gonna lure a few this way. Ooh, bad idea.
You're a stain on the floor.
Okay, I think we killed the majority of the wave. I think he's coming back towards me in the other direction. The good news is that with only 4 eggs, there should only be one major swarm.
Have a breather.
Lock and load it.
Be careful. Okay, the thing is following me now.
They're trying to sneak those slashers in there. I mean, don't try it, Bugs. Don't try it. I might call a second ammo up here.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to space them out so that.
The egg is here. The dreadnought. Oh, at some point we need to crack it and start fighting it.
Yeah, I agree. We got the nitro here. I'm calling another ammo in.
Sure.
Resupply
You wanna
arrived.
fight
Go
it now?
restock.
Yes, it's probably a good idea to fight it
But
now.
we just fought for the.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to fight it now.
Right. Do I open it?
I'm taking
Yeah,
some of the ammo.
go ahead and open it.
There we go.
Let's see what we're dealing with.
Hardgar, of course. Most annoying one.
Weapon ready.
It takes so much ammo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Access provided.
There's the hive guard.
I was born ready. Recharging.
Okay, sentinel time.
Bursting just like an overripe tomato. Lock and load it.
No, you don't. I don't want to run the risk of accidentally falling here, so I'm just going to seal that up a little bit. And I am being shelled by him. Thank you very much, Mr. Hive Guard. Just what I always wanted. Oh god.
No flares ready.
Oh.
Getting supply.
No. No.
Reloading.
Okay, good damage, good damage.
You eyeballing me? Decoyer.
What do we got? Okay, there's the cave horror. No,
Definitely
no,
dissolve.
get away from me, cave horror. Oh, I love sprint. I don't know if I've ever said I love sprint. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I keep trying to get ammo, but between the stupid thing and that, They're doing a great job of fending me away. Oh, it's right on target. Oh, he nailed me directly with it. That was right on target.
Now.
Leave me alone, you stupid.
Be careful with this hole.
I'm trying to grab an ammo.
Yeah.
I don't
Let's
think
see if I can
the lure will do
It's
it.
gonna be easy here.
Unfortunately.
Let's go for the ammo.
I spy with grabbing his law.
Okay, I got ammo.
Cool.
Not happy with all these holes here. Okay, I patched some of the holes up because I know that's going to become a falling hazard. Oh, big damage. Big damage.
Damn flares can need an upgrade.
Reload my turrets. Okay, that's where the cave horror is. Get away from me. Nope, 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 no fireballs for me. No fireballs for me. I said no fireballs for me. I am good on the fireballs. There we go.
Well done, team. Immediate.
All right, nice.
Good job.
Shut him down.
Objective completed.
I'm taking some of the ammo. No, the flares are
Okay.
recharging. Feeling much better now.
I am okay on
Okay.
ammo.
Keep
Looking
going.
sharp.
You want me to take another egg?
Yes, if it's nearby, go for it.
Kind of.
I am gonna rebuild this
Ooh, I
area.
found more nitro. Nice.
I think he's
Lean
after
as a
you.
Whistle.
Yep.
Platform.
Almost on me. Ish.
Move your tin ass over here and hurry, please.
Is he after me? If he's after me, I can pull him away from you.
Yeah, he's between us.
Yeah, he's after me. I'm pulling him away from you then.
Oh. And I'm taking another egg.
I'll let you know if he turns around. He is still after me.
Wait for flare recharge.
He just turned around, but he's pretty far away.
Do you want me to take another egg? Because I don't see a wave coming.
I am fending these enemies away. Yeah, if you can get
Let
an
me
egg,
know.
grab an egg.
Yeah. Now it should be a wave.
I have lost track of the horror. Ow.
It's with me.
Looky.
Somehow you keep finding nitro. It's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely not a bad thing. Grabbing an
Ready
ammo.
to kill some more crates.
Okay.
Much better.
Right. I got the last egg here.
Looky. Reloading.
We probably should just hit the button after that. I mean, we got like 193 nitra. That's not a bad lead for the final deep dive stage.
There you go. A bit more nitro.
There is
You
an ammo pod
eyeballing
here that
me.
still has ammo if you want it. It's got 2 ammo packets in it. The cave aura is on me. I got a
Watch
visual
out.
on it.
It's
Okay,
big,
I'm
and
gonna
it's
take the
dangerous.
last
Just now turned around.
Objective
Can we call
completed. All eggs collected.
It is crawling down the
We
pit
got
to
what
you
we came
now.
for.
Do you want me
All
to
your
call the
objectives
pod?
are completed.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Hit
Hit
the
the
button
pod.
on the mule and we'll
Unless you want to get the
No.
ammo. Unless you want to get the ammo.
I'm getting the ammo anyway.
Transportation inbound. The deep dive is progressing nicely.
I'm just gonna drill to it.
I was born there.
Oh my god.
Arrived. Mule is returning to LZ.
Ah.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Okay, the drop pod, I take it is in the pit.
You want some more?
Reloading.
There's charging. By
There's the
fear.
thing.
What is this
So,
abomination?
the tunnel you drilled, I take it goes back to the pit?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I came from there, but I don't know if you mean that bit. Let me see. Yeah, actually, follow me.
I'm with you.
We don't have a. Oh, yeah, there is a tunnel I made here.
Initiating launch sequence.
I'm right
And
behind
into the
you.
right.
Galactic thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you.
Side seat. Let's leave this hellhole.
I am
Okay.
in.
Departing in T-minus 4.
Okay, that was a,
That was
That one-
interesting.
that one was a bit of a puzzle-solving one.
Yeah, I think the problem there was terrain mostly. Because you have to be able to, even if the ghost is annoying, you have to be able to move.
Oh, time to get my
Around a lot.
screenshot. Alright, so here is a picture of the deep dive. Let's see how we're doing. Did I get a good picture? Looks like a good picture to me. So it looks like the final stage of the deep dive is going to be refining liquid morkite, collecting 2 alien eggs, but there's low oxygen. Annoying, but I don't think it's going to be as bad. There is always a concern of like a large amount of enemies in the beginning of a liquid refinement mission, though, or an on-site refinement, though. So I'm going in. Let's do it.
This is where driller pays off. Because I can drill tunnels.
I mean, I think this is definitely a driller deep dive.
Yeah, that's super useful.
Yeah, I think this is really the driller's game.
Damn. Like my lucky charm.
I need to take a dump.
Okay, let's
Okay, I'm gonna
deal
set the
with way-
turrets inside the, just in case there's a shitload of enemies. And I'm gonna stay inside here. Like, if you want to, like, take a
I'm
just
gonna
peek out and see
peek.
if there's a bajillion enemies waiting
And
for us.
exploder. Another exploder.
Have some experience.
And I'm going out.
Third stage of the deep
Oh,
dive.
McTerrace.
This one is looking tough, to say the least.
How does it look?
Management have full
That's
confidence
okay.
in your abilities.
There
Okay,
is
I'm
a
coming
way
down.
They're not disappointed. Otherwise, there are beds reserved for your remains at the med bay back home.
Okay, I'm gonna reverse the turrets so they're facing the other way.
One sentry.
Keep in mind we are on the oxygen clock now.
Sentry.
Look! Shoot it!
Okay, I already see one of the wells.
Cool.
Let's just get AL. No, let me.
Yeah,
Let me
let's
not
try
call
to
the
get them
ammo
all so
immediately.
that I can,
I'm gonna call an ammo kind of
I
downfield.
can plan ahead of time where to
from
put
the impact zone.
the tubes. The pipes.
Yeah, I'm gonna call an ammo just kind of midfield,
Yeah, sure.
so we can spread some of the oxygen in.
Roger that. Supplies are coming.
Good call.
I will also call a local ammo pod as well because we will get more nitro. So we got a local ammo pod that's in kind of a safe
Supply
area.
pod launched. Better stand back.
And I'm gonna have my my turrets will be in defense position guarding the ammo pod.
Rock and roll.
Damn flares could need an upgrade. I
So I hear the Glyphids use echolocation to find people. I don't think it's I don't think it affects the game mechanically, but it's like just a part of the lore. That's why they make all those weird noises at a distance, though.
Look at me! I'm your master!
Okay, let's see. Okay, one there, and we have a huge tunnel going down, so I bet there's another one back here somewhere.
Right now I'm gathering up some of the minerals we're finding.
I hate nature.
Okay, this one might not be that bad. I mean, they could send some nasty stuff at us, but I was really surprised that they didn't just have a crap load of enemies in the beginning.
Brace yourselves for impact.
Also, there could be
one?
frequent
Swarm
swarms.
on collision course.
Alright, I found one of the Morkite wells. Calling a pump jack in there.
Pump jack!
Request accepted. Stand clear. Pump jack inbound.
Alright, I'm gonna fall back to the turrets that I planted.
Swarm! It's a big one, team.
Reloading!
This Trijaw needs to go. Goodbye, Trijaw. Just gonna put a lure down. Maybe it'll pull the any of their sneaky ranged attacks off of us.
Focus fire.
Glyphid Praetorian eliminated.
Let me see what they got. What do you got, Bugs? So far, not too bad.
Yeah.
Hostiles are backing down. Finish them.
Reloading!
Okay. So we have one there, and one there. Let's see. This one will go that way. This one will go back up this way. And this one should go straight.
Pipe framework set.
Board ready. Bug eliminated!
Okay, that was pretty smooth.
Yep.
Reloading!
Okay, so we found all of the pumps, I see.
Yeah.
I'll go and put
Gotta wait for the
another
recharge.
ammo thing further down.
Sure.
Okay, I put another ammo thing near one of the deepest pump jack. But overall, we're looking really good on Nitra.
Platform! I can't carry anymore.
Oh, I'm full on Nitra. Jeez, I gotta put some more in.
So much better than
Locked
walking.
and loaded. Make another deposit.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and connect the farthest one.
I'm going down through these tunnels. I don't know if you meant that one, but
Like the far one looks like it's not too obstructed, so I should be able to just.
Die,
tunnel
worthless
for these ones.
Bristol.
Rocky Mountain allowing me to be kind of an impromptu driller. Alright, this pump is set up.
Got no flares
Just
Yeah,
ready.
all it
as
needs
well.
to be is built.
Let's have a look-see, shall we? Platform up.
I'm gonna grab this Nitra.
Weapon
Nitra
ready.
acquired.
Die, monsters!
Man, Man, you are setting a ton of bugs on fire. I hear all of the igniting sound effects.
Yeah.
Blubber at work.
Yeah, trying to catch me off guard while I bailed that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and build the pipe, the one that's the farther away.
Oh.
Let's work harder!
Oxygen. Looking good.
Well done. Pipeline successfully established.
Flares, not ready yet.
Looking good. Okay, that's one down. Okay, I'm gonna start working on building pipe number 2.
Maybe I can do
Oh, God.
360.
Evie says that she really enjoys the building parts of the building the pipes and also yeah, there's something satisfying about them. It's really nice if you're a driller too, because then you know you can deform the terrain if you need to.
Yeah, I like building the tunnels. I leave the building the pipes themselves, like constructing them to go usually.
Second pump jack connected and ready to pump. You're doing well.
Okay, looks like they are gonna sneak another wave in.
Don't you jitters, team. Swarm
Yep.
incoming.
Throwing a lure down so I can reload my turrets.
Okay, yeah.
Swarm is upon you.
Getting more ammo!
Menace. Oh god, I'm so dead. I'm caught by self-destructing, guys.
That's fine. Alright.
You're fast, Bug, but I'm faster!
I don't know if we killed that menace or not.
I did. I mean, deal with this thing.
Exploders, exploders, exploders.
Yeah.
A few sneaky exploders are really a pain.
They don't want to let me get you up, it seems.
They're like, oh, this is our chance.
Yeah, worst case scenario, I'll just get you up. Which I might. Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna start running out of bodies because, like, you've killed a lot of them.
You're almost through the wave, team. Go, go.
Okay, I gotta get my oxygen back.
Horn ready.
Warden is dead.
They were all resupplies. It allows us to move freely.
Okay, the warden and his like little squad are all dead. Grab the ammo.
Slashers.
Reloading.
Okay, I gotta reload. Oh, I didn't realize that they.
Yeah, slashers sneaked up in there.
Have an axe to the face.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, we're back online.
Never die.
Okay, here is an egg. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this egg while I'm here.
I was born ready.
I think that's
Egg acquired.
Never felt better.
I'm gonna call another ammo at the in the base location area.
Supplies are on the way.
I think we actually have a chance to make it out alive.
Go lie down forever.
Beard Logan says Eve is secretly a plumber, huh?
Reloading.
I don't know if she's gonna want to be like going around messing with people's poop all day.
Menace! Seek cover!
Or who knows? Maybe if the pay is right, she will shovel the poop.
Weapon ready.
All right, I'm going after this other egg. This is the egg that will probably generate the swarm. Got the egg.
Lock and load, miners. Got an incoming swarm.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
I'm getting my turrets reloaded.
Objective completed.
Grab another ammo
All
too.
pipelines and pump jacks are ready for operation.
Decoy up.
Swarm, they're here.
Feel much better
Yes,
now?
yes, we get Easter eggs during the duration of the Easter thing. So instead of ugly pulsing alien eggs, you now get
Objective completed.
cute
All
Easter
eggs
eggs.
collected. All objectives completed. You're ready to start the pump sequence.
Reloading. No more oppression.
Okay, oppressor's dead.
I'm the damn commander.
That was a lot of bugs.
Break the pipe. Horn ready.
Oh, his breath attack is so long.
Exploder.
Oh no! Oh my god, I was so fast on that sprint right there.
Let's show them some pain.
Keep fighting, team. You're almost through the wave.
Oh man, sprint has saved me so many
I
times.
was born ready.
All right, I'm gonna reload
taking
again.
Some of the ammo.
Actually, no. Doing fine on ammo. I just need to reload the
Flares
turrets.
recharging.
Okay, I am ready to
Reloading.
start pumping whenever you are.
Sure. Hit it.
Call another ammo in.
Resupply ordered.
Hang in there.
All right, I'm gonna push the button.
Roller coaster.
Go, go.
They don't look like the gross gray testicles. Those are the gunk seeds.
The liquid morkite is being extracted. Refinery and all pump jacks are working at full capacity. Be warned, the noise will draw in the locals, so stay on your toes and do what you can to protect and maintain the equipment. We got company. Incoming swarm approaching you.
Praetorian down. Watch the sound.
Pump sequence at 25%. All systems running at 100.
Weapon ready.
Okay, looking good.
Reloading.
Get my turrets loaded. Nope, no exploders. This is gonna be a pretty clean one. Or at least I'm predicting it.
Pipelines are jammed. You need to maintain it.
So all of them are broken. I am on one of the lines right now. Look, I got that one down. Gonna
You need to
repair.
clear all malfunctions in order for the refinery to run.
Okay, two's repaired.
I love
Pipeline repaired, but other pipelines are still malfunctioning.
Need oxygen.
Die, you double-jointed freaks! Die!
What is that noise I hear outside? Someone's got like some kind of an engine running.
What's this?
Or like a massive vacuum. Hopefully you guys don't hear it, but I sure hear it.
Space Rick.
Well done. All pipelines are fixed, and the refinery is purring like a kitten once more. Swarm, we got another swarm. Pump sequence at 50%. Refining commencing as planned.
Oh, thank God. First time chat from Signal Station. It's not coming over the sound of the refinery. That's good news. Yeah, it's like, it's so loud that like I can actually feel my feet vibrating. Like the, whatever like sound is creating vibrations on the floor. I do have, my room is sound treated a bit though. Not like completely sound treated, but it does have sound treatment, which is why you don't hear any echoing in my voice.
Okay, we got a problem with
Okay,
the pipelines.
all breakdown again.
Keep the extraction running.
Okay, 2 is done. Only 1 breakdown
Pipeline
there.
functional again. However, we still have malfunctions in the system.
I am in number, but I can't even see.
Okay, yeah, I'm moving to the other one then.
Number 1 it was.
This pipeline is fixed, but there are more
I'm on
outstanding
3
issues.
right now.
That should be the last one, probably.
Hopefully they don't sneak a 3rd breakdown in. Sometimes they
Yeah,
do like to troll me.
99%.
It has happened before.
Yeah, it's not what it happens. It's like when you're about to kill the hive guard and it goes back.
Yeah, and
into
then he brings his armor back up.
with like 10 HP.
Everything is running smoothly again. Pump sequence at 75%. Keep the pipelines running at all costs. Incoming
You grabbing an
swarm.
ammo?
Show them your dwarves.
Excellent.
Even though in this one
Cutting
they
them
both
down.
went down, I found the previous mission I think more
Oh,
more annoying
absolutely.
than this one.
When I do my review on YouTube, I'm gonna absolutely say that the real mission is the 2nd mission.
Yeah, mobility is everything in that
Excellent
one.
work, miners.
You want me to
Yeah.
hit it?
More kind has been processed, and the cargo rocket is
Yeah,
started.
yeah. I'm gonna head to the button if you're not already there.
Just press the launch button.
I am here. The hell slasher
All
and
objectives have been
Alright, I'm hitting the
achieved.
button right now.
Call the drop pod when you're ready
Yeah.
to move on.
It's called. Now we just gotta wait.
All objectives completed. Return to the refinery and start off the pump sequence.
Throwing a lure so I can reload my turrets. Yeah, the smart rifle is kind of weird. Okay, so
Cargo rocket
there was a thing
returning
where people
forward.
were saying that
Sending in drop
the
pod to
engineer's
get you out.
primary weapons
Hang
feel
tight.
more like his secondary weapons, like they don't feel like a very good weapon, but I actually really like the
in
smart
general,
rifle. Yeah, that was like a
the shotgun, like the basic shotgun is one of the best weapons in the game.
Yeah,
it's super economic in ammo because if you get any ground shot in the head, it's pretty much a one shot. Even a SR5 has decent range. I mean, it's not a long range rifle or anything. It shouldn't be used that way.
That's kind of the theme of the engineer, though, that a lot of his weapons are like, even the smart rifle, it's like, there's a limit to how far it can lock onto things. But I was like, I tried out the smart rifle, and I was really impressed by it. It's a kind of a weird weapon. It's unlike any other weapon in the game, but what do you call it?
It's down here.
Where?
Okay.
Is that where you're
Below,
going to
below.
call it?
The escape pod is down here already.
So, Signal says that the problem with the smart rifle is that you can't target weak points. Yeah, that's true. You can't hit people's weak points. On the other hand,
You can.
though, the smart rifle doesn't need to hit people's weak points. In fact,
But
you can shoot a boss head on
to
with like a dreadnought. You can shoot a dreadnought in the face, and particularly with this overclock, I can do damage to him, like heavy damage to him, just aiming directly at him.
Just need to curve the smart rifle laser
Flares are
to
recharging!
make a semicircle to hit them from the back. You can compensate to hit the weak spot.
Also, I don't think it matters on a lot of enemies. Like, for example, the... Okay, I gotta take this pipe over here. Like, take a grunt, for example. Like, a glyphid grunt, it's gonna take, like, 4 non-critical hits to kill it. With critical hits, I guess, maybe you'd get it in 2, maybe 3. So it's like, I don't think that the critical hits are really that big of a deal. And then for enemies where the critical hits could be a bigger deal, like on a Praetorian or something, honestly, I tend to just use a different weapon on them. I just zap them with the Shard Diffractor. That's why I bounce back and forth between them. That's a good time. 1 hour for these? I would say that is a pretty good time. So
1
that
hour and
means
2
that,
minutes. Decent.
yeah, that is a good time. Like, I think we did that really cleanly. So that's going to mean that we did beat the time trial. The time trial was 1 hour and 20. That was our speed. That was my speed last Elite Deep Dive. Of course, you know, the objectives you do certainly matter. But what we're going to do now is we are going to go over our opinions on what we think people should be using. So let me bring the previous screenshot up. Oh, that's not it. So here is... Wait, where is it? Here it is. Okay, the deep dive. All right, so for this week's deep dive, the standard deep dive, it's going to occur in the fungus bogs. And as you can see here, you're going to have to collect 225 Morkite, 2 alien eggs, and then there's lethal enemies. Then you're going to have to do an on-site refinement, and you're going to collect 2 alien eggs, but there's low gravity. And then finally, you're going to collect 7 quarks, 150 Morkite, but there's low oxygen. So what do you think, Kevkis? What would you recommend somebody take to beat the standard deep dive this week?
I think for the standard one, anything is okay. I don't know if I have a particular tip to give. Just bring whatever makes you happy. You should be fine with whatever build you bring.
Yeah, normally I would recommend the driller for like a point extraction and an on-site refine, but honestly, I didn't find that the terrain was particularly uncooperative. Like, I didn't feel like, damn, like there's like a giant horseshoe that I gotta drill through, like a horseshoe-shaped path that I need to, you know, drill through with the drill in order to connect the pipes. Honestly, you could probably just run the scout in order to find the resources quicker and get through it, I would say. That would probably be a pretty good idea. But otherwise, I don't think it's necessary, really. And also, it is the fungus bog, so the earth takes 2 hits to bring down, so it's not like super necessary to bring any particular thing. Like, I think a driller will still make things go a little faster, but I would probably say the scout is going to be pretty nice, just because you're going to be able to find the pumps really quick, and you're going to be able to find the quarks pretty quick. But overall, not too big of a deal. I don't know, actually, honestly, this one I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Let's do the Elite Deep Dive, though. So for the Elite Deep Dive, it takes place in the crystalline caverns, and this is what you're going to be dealing with. First, you're going to collect 250 Morkite, and you're going to recover a black box, which is the defensive objective. The enemy has volatile guts, though. Then there is the tricky one, collecting 4 alien eggs, killing a dreadnought. It will be a hive guard, but it's a haunted cave, so you got the cave hour chasing you around. And then, finally, you got to refine some liquid Morkite, and you got to collect 2 alien eggs, but beware of the low oxygen. So what do you think, Kevkis? What do you think would give... What character or character combination do you think is going to give people the best chance of beating the Elite Deep Dive?
I'd say... First, I go the opposite way, like which one I think is the least... The one that could give you more trouble, and I think could be the engineering, if you're not used to moving a lot. You did well, Fox, because you're used to it. With the engineer, you have to move. You have to move all the time. You can't, it's particularly in the second one. You have to be on point with your platforms. If you need to move around, you have to have some escape route all the time. So, considering that, Scout might be a good option for second mission. Probably paired with I'd say with the driller, considering the third mission, which makes you like oxygen is usually annoying, but if you can drill through a wall and just get to the base or to any resupply comfortably, you kind of have that solved. And it also has decent firepower. Worst case scenario, just bring a gunner. But yeah, I'd say a scout for sure. Scout on a heavy weapons.
Yeah, I think that the second mission is really like, you know, basically, if you can beat the second mission, you probably got it in the bag. I think that's the one that's really, I think the most likely thing to happen is people are going to really feel the pressure of the horror, and they're going to, like, make some questionable decisions. They'll either they'll be paralyzed in fear, and there'll be too many waves of enemies coming in punishing you for not going fast enough, or you're gonna feel like too afraid of the cave horror, and you're gonna make it too aggressive. You're gonna fall down that pit at the end when you weren't ready to and get into a bad situation. Like, I definitely think like a driller and scout could be really good, because I think the driller's advantage is just being able to, you know, overpower the terrain. The terrain was a big problem in the second one. I thought one thing that was handy about the engineer was being able to kind of like customize your arena, like, you know, creating those bridges that let you just kind of, because really what you're trying to do is you just want like an easy way to get away from that horror. You don't want to be like making calculations, like you're like, oh, I got to go up here and down here, and if I go down here, how do I go back up there? Like, that's really what sucks with the cave horror. You just wish, like, can't I just go ring around the rosy, you know, pocket full of posies, and just like find a way to get away from that cave horror? So like I definitely think like I would not want to do this without a driller for sure. Like, I think the driller, like, it was basically all you in that second mission. Like, you basically got like 3 of the 4 eggs. Like, you drilled down into that pit area, and I was basically just monitoring the cave horror there. Having a scout would certainly be nice, because like then you at least you personally would have a way down the pit, up the pit. You know, if the cave horror is getting close to you, you can just pull yourself away. The obviously the hive guard is going to be kind of a pain, just because it eats up ammo, and it also just takes time. The longer the mission goes on, the greater the probability that you're going to make a mistake. Because, you know, you could be playing really well, but sometimes all it takes is one mistake, and it flips the mission on its head. And the longer the mission goes on, like every minute the mission goes on is another minute that, you know, maybe your brain doesn't make the best decision. So I think that's really the big deal. On the other end, I don't think the third mission was really a thing. The third mission just felt like a spicy Morkite refinement mission. So yeah, I think definitely the driller. After the driller, I kind of think that any character could probably be valuable. Like, I think the driller with a gunner could be valuable, the driller with an engineer, but like definitely the driller. Like, I think it's kind of like driller, and anything else you're comfortable with is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love using the engineer. It's by far my favorite class, but you have to be comfortable with moving a lot around. So, and not many people are used to doing that with the engineer. Engineer.
Yes, absolutely. Because like, unlike some of the other characters, the scout can pull himself away. The gunner can stiff arm people with the shield to get them off of him. You know, the driller is pretty good at fighting swarms of enemies. Like, that's kind of like the driller's like specialty. And then and also the driller can just start tunneling to try to escape people. Yeah. But with the engineer, it takes a lot of
1 or 2 steps before the opponent. Like, you have to you have to know your escape route. You have to build platforms on the fly or beforehand. You have to have a lure or a sprint to get away from sticky situations, and you have to build the turrets beforehand. That's a lot to keep track if not used to mobility.
Yeah, it's very easy to build your turrets and then forget about them, and then you're just traveling down the line, and then the enemies are already on top of you, and you're like, damn, I wish I had my turrets here, but I forgot them. And then you order them to move, and you also forgot to reload them, so you moved them, built them, and then they also have to be reloaded as well. Like, there's a lot of, like, Engineer has a lot of, like, micromanagement. And
also, one thing I always forget to mention is that if you are playing with an engineer, help the guy out with with his turrets.
Yes.
If you have a moment to spare, just help the guy with the turrets. You both benefit from it.
That is one of the things I like about the smart rifle as well, is because like one thing the smart rifle does is it takes the concentration off of aiming. With the smart rifle, I don't have to aim, so it frees up brain power to think about moving. So basically, I can be locking onto people. I'm not really using any brain power to do that. Like, it's just locking onto things. What I'm thinking about is, like, I'm running backwards, and I'm thinking, okay, there's, like, a pipe behind me. I gotta jump over the pipe. There's, like, a platform behind me, and I'm just memorizing the terrain in my head. And that's one thing I really like about this smart rifle, is that it takes the emphasis off of lining up your shots, and it frees up mental power to think about, like, is there a cliff behind me? There's no cliff behind me. Is the ammo pot behind me?
Things that you keep in mind. Yeah.
And that's why, like, if you were watching me play the engineer, you probably notice I jump around a lot. Like, I just kind of hop on platform all over the place.
That
a lot.
is the way to play. I think my favorite way to play in Hustle 5 with the engineer, just constantly moving.
Yes, you definitely got to have some hot feet. Now, it helps that I enjoy that. Like, if you've watched any of the other games I play, I tend to play like a close assault strategy, like with a lot of fancy footwork. That's just the way I enjoy things. But yeah, definitely, and take it from. I believe
Cheers,
Engineer's your
everyone.
favorite character as well.
To darkness and to making it back alive.
Well, we did it, Kevkis. Thank you so much for joining.
Nice.
No worries, man.
I think that's good enough for today, though. We have completed both the deep dive and we completed the elite deep dive. Overall, I'm going to say that I don't think this deep dive is super hard. I think this elite deep dive, it just has a tricky middle mission, but I don't think the first mission was very hard, and I don't think the third mission was very hard, but the second mission could definitely, like, shell shock you with some, like, it's like, there's a lot of pressure in the second mission, lots of opportunities to, make some bad decisions, but overall, honestly, if you can beat the second mission, then I think the elite deep dive is in the bag. Anyways, before you guys go, if you missed the stream, I will show you where you can go to see it. All you got to do is go to my channel on Twitch and just scroll down. And you'll see all these little tabs here. Just go to Fox VODs. That is where I upload all of the previous streams. So you can see right over here, here's a deep dive. No, that's just me farming resources. Here's last week's deep dive. Today's deep dive will be up today. It takes a few minutes to transfer it over. It takes like an hour or two to transfer it over to YouTube. Also, all of the other games that you can see are here as well. So if I just started playing Fallout, for example. So if you want to see my first time experience ever playing Fallout, that is up there. All of them have their own unique thumbnail, and all of the episode numbers are in the top right corner to make it easy for you to find. If you want to see my deep dive guide, though, you can check out my standard YouTube channel, and you can see right over here. This is last week's deep dive guide, so it'll get replaced, but every week I do deep dive guides, so check out my YouTube channel and I will have the guides ready for my recommendations on how to overcome the deep dive. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Kevkis, for assisting in this deep dive. Follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live next. And at the end of the day, though, of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.